Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. This video is inspired by Apostle Ariamlav's video that he made today. He was going into this new Gideon platform of AI that is supposed to detect threats, okay, like predicting crimes and pretty much stopping them before they happen, okay. So I searched up Gideon AI, and this is what it said on the ChatGPT. It says Gideon AI threat detection platform for law enforcement. This is the most current and widely discussed version of Gideon in the AI space. It's an AI-powered system designed to monitor the open web and social media like Reddit, Discord, gaming chats, French blogs to detect pre-attack signals and radicalization in real time. Law enforcement agencies and schools are being piloted as early recipients of the platform. All right, so pretty much, you know, taking all this information from all these social medias, um, and the information that they get, they're pretty much, uh, like they said, trying to detect threats and stop them, right? But we all know how Esau is, right? And what he wants to do. Ultimately create a system, a digital system in which all people will operate in that digital system by having a chip inside of them. All right, and obviously they need to keep tabs on everybody. All right, and that's why everything's going digital. Okay, out with the old system and with the new system. All right, and this whole thing just reminded me of the movie Captain America: The Winter Soldier. All right, in which they had something called Project Insight, in which Nick Fury, the head of Shield, right? Think of Shield as the government, and they wanted to put this big ass aircraft in the sky uh, to pretty much it's a threat detection algorithm. So it grabs the information of people's past and it predicts their future, and also has like they keep tabs on people who they think is a threat, will be a threat, um based off of everything, their whole past, any information. All right, and they decide whether they decide to live or not. Okay, and that was based, this is what it pretty much is, right? They use AI, and they use AI to monitor everything, the web, social media, get your information. All right, they do it anyway, but now they're gonna use it for law enforcement. All right, so another step closer to the mark of the beast, which is what everybody is talking about. Okay, everybody's talking about the mark of the beast. Okay. Um so we're headed into this new system that Esau wants to operate in. So let me just first get, what is it, Second Corinthians? Yeah, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So we know Satan. We know how he operates. We know what he wants to do. Okay? And the end goal for him is to get everybody chipped. To get everybody chipped. Apostle Gabar speaks on this all the time. How, what do you do when you have everything? You get bored. The last thing for you to do is have full control on all the people, right? Because they have everything else. They have the power of the earth is given to them. Now they need full control over you and your life. And the way for them to do that is to put a chip in you to constantly um, be under him, right? Because he wants to be like the Most High. All right, let's get that in Jeremiah. What is it, 49 or 48? Let me try 49. No, it's not that. Let's see, 48. Forgive me. Let's do Ezekiel 28. All right, this is speaking of the king of Tyre at the time, right? But when you read about the king of Tyre, you can pretty much fit the description of Esau, Edom today. All right, so this is Ezekiel 28:1. It says, "The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the sea of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God." Right, so just like Esau Edom, his heart is lifted up. He thinks he is the Most High. All right. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee." And that's a pretty big statement there, because when you read the book of Daniel, it says Daniel was wiser than all of the wise men in Babylon. 10 times wiser than the king's wise men. And here it's saying that he's even wiser than Daniel. Right? It says, "With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches." So because of Esau's wisdom and traffic, right? Traffic meaning business, which this is what, that great city. This is the number one import country, right? Trade and commerce is what America's all about, and it got that power through its dollar, which is the world's reserve currency. Okay, and that's how he got himself rich. He made oil as the it's called what, the petrodollar, because you have to buy it in dollar. Okay, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord God, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, therefore, I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. All right, and now you have the nations that are mad and angry at the whore. Right, you have the formation of BRICS. Right, all these nations that want to operate outside the dollar, without America. Okay, because they're tired of America, its policies, and its stoutness, like it controls everybody. All right, it says, they shall bring thee down to the pit, thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. And who's him that's gonna slay thee? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright, let's get the book of Isaiah, chapter 63. And 4 says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Right? So the day of vengeance is his. He will repay. Alright? To all of his enemies. And when you read Psalms 83, you read all of God's enemies, and it starts off with Esau, Edom. Right, he's the number one enemy. Right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's just letting you pile up your tab of unrighteousness and wickedness to reach its to be fulfilled, and then and only then will he come and take you out, deliver his people, and set them in their own land, because the people over there are not the true Israelites. Okay, and plain and simple, and everybody's figuring that out. You are greatly despised among the whole world, because you're being uncovered and being shown for the devil that you are. All right, so we're very close for Esau to bring in this new system. One of the brothers here in Chicago got the information that Trump's National Guard and troops will touch down here in Chicago. So you see the police state that they're trying to implement in all these major cities. All right, so we'll see what happens in the coming days. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, all honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.